Welcome to Futel.
Now, just who is Fartel, and how do they fit into our strange little universe? According to Fartel founder Carl Anderson, the core of Fartel is we are providing phone service. We want anyone to be able to walk up and use the phone. We want to put that communication back on the streets where it used to be. It's a piece of standard, boring street hardware that we want to preserve. The phone. Now, why are we even talking about Fartel? What could a non-profit art project possibly have to do with dreams and the people hoping to collect them? I had to take a visit back to the phone we visited a few weeks ago. I thought about that phone non-stop, and this began feeling less like an investigation and more like an addiction. I needed to know what was on that phone. I needed to know why such an obscure project would even care about other people's dreams or have any interest in providing any other service apart from ensuring those who need phones have access to them. The menu of the payphone we visited told me everything I needed to know. I don't think this is an art project. I think this is something more, and I'm determined to figure out what.
For the mayor, press 1. For a random concentration camp, press 2. For the druid of Sisyphus Gardens, press 3. For a random payphone, press 4. For the office of night things, press 5. For beyond the echo, press 6.
Now, what about these dream surveys? Well, upon investigating those strange flyers that were popping up all over the country, I discovered that you can actually call the Willamette Valley Dream Survey from a Fartel payphone. But not any Fartel payphone, only the ones that are located in Portland. And after I got on the phone with the operator, this is what he had to say.
Hello, I was just kind of curious what this phone actually is.
Well, give it a try, you can find out.
Okay, do you know if the Willamette Valley Dream Survey is still an option to call?
The Willamette Valley Dream Survey is only an option from local phones in Portland, not in Detroit.
Not in Detroit. Okay, are there any interesting numbers that you'd recommend I'd call in Detroit?
Give it a call, give it a try, you can find them.
Okay, alright, I appreciate it, thank you.
Good luck, bye.
Now, I found that a bit odd, but I initially assumed that it was just another art project, because, after all, that's what Fartel claims to be, right? After playing with the menus on the Detroit phone, I discovered an option to call the office for nice things, and the response was anything but nice.
You have reached the office of night things. Please leave your dream after the tone.
Now, what that tells me, in combination with our earlier conversation with the operator, is that the dream surveys we've been investigating are actually region-based, which brings us back to the original question. What would a not-for-profit art project want with your dreams? As of right now, I have no idea, but for anyone that's interested, there's a link below to my Facebook group where we're currently investigating these surveys. Dream surveys aren't the only strange thing found hidden in these menus. Along with those, you have the option to call an American concentration camp. After some research, it seems like the call, if it can even go through, will attach you to an ICE detainment facility here in the United States.
No answer from concentration camp.
There's another option to call something called Beyond the Echo, which on the surface to me, this felt like a home tourist information line. However, like everything else in the Fartel phone, this has a story, and a very bizarre one at that. This option led me down a trail to hear anything from information on the Iron Pariah to a man trying to convince me to bring a stranger back to this phone so they can speak to them.
Hello. You have dialed into Here and There Along the Echo, a guide to the Echo River for drifters and pilgrims. This guide is a public service provided by the Bureau of Secret Tourism. For a menu of our resources, press 1. If you have an extension to dial, press 9. For more information about our organization, press 3. If you don't remember dialing this number at all, press 5. To hear these options,
Press 5.
so you don't remember dialing this number. You just sort of woke up with the phone pressed to your ear, ringing on the other end. Or maybe you thought you dialed a different number, but your digits betrayed you. Or there's a faulty connection somewhere out there in that spider web lattice of phone cords that covers all of creation. It must be kind of a nice feeling, really. It's like you and I just bumped into each other in the street or a little cafe. Say, next time you meet a stranger, call us back at extension 7864 and hand them the phone. We'd love to get to know them. Welcome home. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. For a guide to the river's flora and fauna, press 2. For help identifying an unfamiliar sound, press 3. If you're holding a snake right now, press 4. To hear these options, press 0. For historical sites along the Echo River, press 1. If you're dialed into this here informational resource, then you're a certain kind of beachcombing, bat-calling sightseer. So let's take a driftwood inventory. For a diver's guide to underwater islands, press 1. For forgotten places, press 2. For restless places, press 3. For what little we know of the Iron Pariah, press 4. For food and drink recommendations, press 5. To return to the main menu, press 6. To hear these options again, the Iron Pariah is just what she's called along the Echo River. Of course, she once had another name, but it's been scratched away, maybe out of shame, or maybe she took a bend too sharply and left her true name on a rock. So, what else? We know she was in the war, but neither side would claim her. We don't know if anyone's aboard. She drifts along the water and commands a wide berth. Tourists, if you hope to document the Iron Pariah, I fear you will be disappointed. She has a beguiling way of vanishing from photographs. Steer to shore and let her be carried along in silence. Pilgrims, I wouldn't dare to interfere.
I've done my fair bit of digging up to this point, and I even went as far as to purchase every piece of literature that I could find that was written by the Fartel founder, Carl Anderson. And like everything else in this investigation, it seems like when I close one door, another opens. I don't know what to make of Fartel. I honestly wish I did. There were several times in this case that I thought I had it figured out and could put a pin in it, call it a day, but of course, just like the phones themselves, there's always more to the story. So who is Fartel? Are they an art project like they want you to believe? Are they a tie into something bigger? I don't have an answer, and I really wish I did, but what I do know is our investigation into Fartel and the dream surveys, it's not over. There are too many links and clues that have been left unchecked, and I know I can't walk away until I know the truth. So for now, for today, we're going to leave Fartel and these mysterious dream surveys on our never-ending list of Tales from the Dark.